Welcome back to AI Now. I'm Baruz Kashani. And I'm really excited to dive into a topic that's been generating a ton of buzz lately, AI agents.
Great to be here.
You know, these fascinating AI systems that are kind of pushing the boundaries of what we thought was possible with artificial intelligence.
Yeah, we've all heard about AI, but agents are really taking it to a whole new level.
Exactly. We're not just talking about, basic chatbots anymore. We're talking about systems that can learn and adapt and make decisions and even take actions to achieve goals.
It's like having a really smart digital assistant, but one that can actually understand your needs and proactively take steps to help you.
Right. And our research shows that these AI agents are already making waves in all sorts of industries. One example that really caught my eye was in healthcare. There are AI agents now that are assisting doctors in diagnosing diseases.
Yeah, that's a really fascinating area. What's interesting about that example is that it's not about replacing doctors. It's about augmenting their capabilities. The AI agent can analyze massive amounts of data, identify patterns that a human doctor might miss, and ultimately help to make more accurate and timely diagnoses.
Right. It's all about collaboration.
Yeah.
And speaking of different levels of AI involvement, our research pointed to a 5-level evolution of AI agents. It kind of starts with, basic chatbots like ChatGPT, which are great for general tasks. But they lack that specialized expertise. And then we move up to what are called subject matter experts.
Right. Those are AI systems that are trained on a specific domain, like law or medicine or finance. They can really dig deep into a particular area and provide insights that would take a human, hours or even days to uncover.
It's like having a whole team of specialists.
Yeah.
Right there at your fingertips.
Yeah.
But it gets even more interesting as we move further up this ladder.
Absolutely. Level 3 is where we start seeing true agents emerge. These AI systems can not only process information, but also take actions based on that understanding. So, we're already seeing this with AI-powered code generation tools. They can write and debug and even optimize code.
So they're not just providing information anymore. They're actually doing things.
Yeah.
What happens at those top 2 levels? AI agent innovators and AI-first organizations.
Well, at level 4, we're talking about AI agents that can come up with innovative solutions on their own. Like, imagine an AI that can actually design a new product, or come up with a completely novel marketing strategy.
Wow. It's like having an AI partner, constantly pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
And then level 5, the AI-first organization.
Right. At this level, AI agents are handling the majority of tasks, from customer service to product development. Humans are primarily focused on high-level strategic decision-making.
That's a pretty radical shift. Yeah. But before we go too far down that road, let's look at how this evolution of AI agents is playing out in specific industries. Our research focused a lot on manufacturing, which seems ripe for disruption.
Oh, absolutely. The World Economic Forum and Boston Consulting Group just released a report highlighting how AI agents are already transforming industrial operations. They talk about 2 main types of agents: virtual agents and embodied agents.
Virtual and embodied, what's the difference?
So virtual agents are kind of like the brains behind the operation. They're analyzing data, optimizing processes, providing insights to human workers. Embodied agents, on the other hand, they have a physical presence, usually in the form of robots or other automated systems.
So virtual agents are the thinkers, and embodied agents are the doers.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. And both are crucial for creating what some call the factory of the future, a highly automated and efficient environment.
We came across some fascinating examples of companies already implementing these AI agents. For instance, Siemens has developed an industrial co-pilot for their electronics factory.
Oh yeah, the co-pilot's a great example of a virtual agent in action. It can translate machine error codes, suggest solutions to operators, even assist with maintenance tasks.
It's like having an AI expert,
Yeah.
always there to lend a hand. And then on the embodied agent side, we have Auto Group, a major e-commerce company, using AI-powered robots to pick and pack orders.
Those robots are incredible. They can navigate the warehouse, locate items, even recognize unknown objects.
Wow. It seems like we're really on the verge of a major shift in how work gets done, not just in manufacturing, but across all sorts of industries.
Absolutely. And while there's a lot of excitement, it's important to acknowledge the challenges that come along with this new technology.
I think one of the biggest challenges that keeps coming up in our research is the issue of trust. How can we be sure that these AI agents are making good decisions, especially as they become more autonomous?
Yeah, trust is huge. We're essentially delegating important tasks to these systems. So we need to have confidence that they're operating ethically and making choices that align with our values.
Right. It's not enough to just say, well, the AI decided this. we need to be able to understand why it made that decision.
Exactly. And that's where the idea of explainable AI comes in. It's this whole field of research focused on making AI more transparent so we can actually see how it's arriving at its conclusions.
So it's like having an audit trail for the AI's thought process.
Much better.
That seems crucial.
Yeah, and beyond explainability, there are also technical challenges, like robustness and security. These systems need to be reliable, and they need to be protected from attacks.
Especially if they're controlling critical infrastructure.
Exactly. Any malfunction could have serious consequences.
And then there's the issue of bias, which we've talked about before, but it's especially relevant here.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
AI agents are trained on data, and if that data is biased, the AI agent will inherit those biases.
Which could lead to all sorts of unfair outcomes.
Exactly. So we need to be very careful about the data we use, and we need to actively mitigate any potential biases.
It's a multifaceted challenge.
For sure. It really requires a collaborative effort between AI developers, ethicists, and policymakers.
So it's not just about the technology itself, it's about the broader societal implications.
Absolutely.
One of the biggest questions is how AI agents will impact the future of work.
Right. Will they lead to massive job displacement? Or will they create new opportunities?
Our research suggests that it's probably a bit of both.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment.
Some tasks will definitely be automated, but that could free up human workers to focus on more complex and creative tasks.
Right, it's like a shift in the division of labor. AI agents handling the routine stuff.
Yeah.
And humans focusing on the things that require, uniquely human skills.
But that transition is going to require some adaptation.
Oh, definitely. We need to invest in education and training to make sure people have the skills they need to thrive in an AI-powered world.
So the future of work is not something that just happens to us. It's something we actively shape.
I completely agree.
Okay, so let's shift gears a bit and talk about how businesses can prepare for this AI agent revolution. What are some of the key steps they can take?
Well, I think the first step is to identify areas where AI agents can add value. Don't just implement them for the sake of it, but really think about where they can make a difference.
Right, find the right fit.
Exactly.
And once they've identified those opportunities, how do they choose the right type of AI agent?
Well, that depends on the specific task. Do you need a virtual agent to analyze data? Or do you need an embodied agent to control robots?
It sounds like there's a whole ecosystem.
There is. It's a rapidly evolving landscape.
So navigating that landscape is going to be crucial.
Yeah, and beyond the technical aspects, there are also organizational and cultural considerations. Companies need to foster a culture of innovation where employees are comfortable working with AI.
It's about creating a workplace where humans and AI agents can work together effectively.
Exactly. And that requires clear communication from leadership. Employees need to understand how AI agents will impact their roles.
It's about building trust and transparency. So it's not humans versus AI. It's humans and AI working together.
Exactly.
And that sense of partnership extends beyond the workplace.
Right. As AI agents become more integrated into our lives, we need to think about the broader societal implications.
How can we ensure that these powerful technologies are used for good?
That's the million-dollar question. And I think the answer lies in collaboration. We need to involve diverse perspectives, ethicists, social scientists, policymakers, and the public at large.
It's a conversation we all need to be a part of. So we've talked a lot about the big picture of AI agents, but let's bring it down to earth for a minute and think about what this all means for you, our listener.
Yeah, it's one thing to discuss these concepts in the abstract, but it's another to really consider how they might actually impact your life.
Right. Like how might this 5-level evolution of AI agents play out in your industry? For example, let's take education.
Okay.
Will AI agents eventually replace teachers? Or will they become valuable tools that enhance the learning experience?
That's a tough one. There are definitely people on both sides of that debate.
Right.
Some folks think AI could personalize lessons, grade assignments, even provide emotional support to students.
But others argue that the human element of teaching, things like mentorship and creativity, are irreplaceable.
Yeah, and it's probably going to be some combination of both. AI might handle some of the more routine tasks, freeing up teachers to focus on those higher level aspects.
Right. So it's not about replacing teachers, but
Okay.
about empowering them.
Exactly.
And I think that same idea of empowerment applies to other fields as well, like healthcare.
Absolutely.
AI agents could analyze medical data,
Yeah.
assist with diagnoses, even perform surgeries.
But again, it doesn't mean doctors and nurses are going to disappear.
Right, their roles might evolve.
Yeah, they might focus more on patient communication, care coordination, the ethical considerations of AI-driven healthcare.
So it's about using AI to enhance human capabilities, not to replace humans altogether. But beyond the impact on specific jobs, we need to think about the broader societal implications of AI agents.
Right.
Like, how might they affect our privacy, our security, even our sense of autonomy?
Yeah, those are big questions, and we need to start addressing them now.
We've talked about the importance of building trust in AI agents, but how can we ensure that these increasingly capable systems are aligned with our values and goals?
Well, I think explainable AI is a big part of that. The more responsibility we give these systems, the more important it is that we understand how they're making decisions.
Right. We need to be able to trace their thought process, identify potential biases, make sure they're acting in accordance with our intent.
Exactly.
So it's not enough for AI agents to be smart. They also need to be understandable.
I agree.
And as we move forward, we need to do so with a sense of shared responsibility.
Yeah, this is not just something for technologists to figure out. It's something we all need to be involved in.
Exactly. The choices we make today about AI will shape the world of tomorrow. Well, this has been a fascinating conversation. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI agents. We hope you found it informative and thought-provoking. And if you enjoyed the episode, consider supporting us through Buy Me a Coffee. You'll find a link in the episode description. Thanks for listening. Until next time, keep exploring the incredible world of AI.